Librans, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at April 11 through April 17. And it's really the halfway mark of your cosmic year, because of course when Aries, the sun is in Aries, that's your relationship zone, your opposite sign. So where are you in your 6-month journey? You've got another 6 months until your next birthday rolls around, and it's important that you take stock this week, because of course we had the new moon last week on the 7th in Aries, and then this week Mars, the planet of energy and stamina and fire and passion, goes out of phase. It only retrogrades every 2 years, but it's retrograding from the 17th of April through the end of June, so it's a good 6 weeks. And it's really important that you understand that when Mars goes out of phase, it's going out of phase in your 3rd house of communication and business trips, short trips, siblings, neighbors, and chit-chat. So, you've got to be very careful that you don't get caught up in something that could blow up in your face, where people put words in your mouth or say that you said something maybe that you didn't say. You've got to really, remember when you're negotiating or trying to fix things or fix people, that it might come back on you. So it might not be the greatest idea to do that at this time. However, Mercury, the planet of communication, is going out of phase later in the month, April 28th through May 21st. And that's going to be going out of phase in Taurus, stubborn Taurus. So that's something else to consider, that we're going to have Mars and Mercury both out of phase at the same time. And it's probably going to be quite something, and not a time to start anything new, obviously. Now, Mars is the star of this week's show, which means it's all about action. It starts Tuesday, April 12, when Mars makes a sexy fire trine to Venus that can light up any activity that has to do with love and or money. But there's only a very small window to ignite the flame under this particular fire trine, because on Sunday, April 17, Mars goes retrograde. Unlike Mercury, which retrogrades 4 times this year, Mars only retrogrades once every 2 years, and it is for a much longer time. And it seems like no matter how hard you try, Librans, you don't have enough steam, you don't have enough energy to get things done fully. You might get to 80%, you might get 90% done. But being a bit of a wishy-washy, indecisive sign anyway, you're probably going to have a lot of stops and starts over the next 6 weeks. Slow down. Do review your past actions. Be careful. Adjust your expectations to reflect your energy levels. Don't be impulsive. Don't start arguments or try to fix arguments, because it's almost impossible and it's just a waste of your time. Don't schedule elective surgery. Don't begin a lawsuit. Don't play with firearms or sharp tools, because you could mess up and shoot yourself or stab yourself or someone else. This retrograde begins with Mars in Sagittarius, which has the greatest effect on foreign travel, sports competitions, grandchildren, in-laws, and religion and higher education, all areas that will be affected by this Mars retrograde. So if you're thinking of anything like that, of taking a class or checking into, looking at overseas travel, you better book before at least Mercury goes out of phase, because that's going to be a doozy when the two are out of phase together. More about Mercury and Mars next week. Have a fabulous week, Librans. Great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again.